Phoenix, Arizona, a city where people rewrite their lives under desert skies. And for a while, Milan Ross looked like he was doing just that, rewriting his entire existence.
Hey guys, MILAN Ross, and I'm hanging out with Miss
Dominique.
and we're on the set of my new plant-based exercise DVD. And the reason we're coming to you guys right now is to announce that one lucky fan will get to join us.
Before the headlines, before the crime, Milan was known for something completely different, a transformation that shocked the world. At over 500 pounds, Milan said he felt trapped in his own body, buried under stress, depression, and years of emotional weight. He claimed he was fighting for his life. Then came the pivot, the diet change, the discipline, the whole new lifestyle. In just over a year, Milan lost more than 200 pounds. His story hit the magazines, talk shows, documentaries. He wasn't just a man on a fitness journey. He became a walking billboard for reinvention. He partnered with wellness brands. He made inspirational videos. He talked about going vegan, finding peace, discovering purpose. The world saw a survivor with a second chance, a man who had come from rock bottom to being a symbol of hope. But public success doesn't erase private struggle. And while Milan's star was rising, the people closest to him were living their own stories. Stories that would later become part of this tragic timeline. Tragically, they would post a video online before this tragedy happened.
It's a tender moment, a father and son singing together on Christmas Day. But just hours after Anthony Milan Ross posted this video, police say he shot and killed his 11-year-old son Nigel, his 10-month-old daughter Honora, and his wife Iris Ross. Then, police say he got into a shootout with a SWAT team.
Shots fired. There's shots fired.
That sent us running.
Behind cars.
And then I heard 10 or 15 gunshots. Yeah, and then everything kind of went quiet after that.
One officer was hurt by the gunfire.
I'm going to show you how to eat like me.
Milan Ross is a weight loss author and entrepreneur who appeared on The Doctors in October.
Anybody can do this.
And our own Good Morning Arizona back in January.
Once you start to eat clean, you taste food in a way that you've never tasted it before. So it's been amazing.
He says his vegan lifestyle helped him lose more than 275 pounds.
Anthony Milan Ross.
Today, Ross appeared before a judge on 3 counts of first-degree murder and aggravated assault on officers. Court records show his wife Iris filed for divorce in June, and a friend tells us Ross moved here to the Highland Apartments after the two separated months ago.
There was also Milan's ex-wife. She wasn't living with them, but she remained connected, worried for the kids whenever she couldn't reach them. On that Christmas, when calls went unanswered and texts were ignored, she didn't shrug it off. She followed her instincts. She made the call that set everything into motion. This woman, these children, they were more than just names or victims. They were lives full of stories, hopes, dreams, and everyday moments. And that's what makes this tragedy so devastating. Milan was a person that was in the limelight, but behind that public smile, something wasn't adding up. The pressure was building, money was slipping, and the weight of expectations was heavier than any pound he had ever lost. Friends, they started noticing the mood swings, emotional distance, a man trying to keep a mask on during a storm he could not hide. On Christmas weekend, officers showed up at the home after a welfare check request. The body cam footage reveals the quiet dread that built in real time. First there was the knock, no answer. The house, silent, too silent. After calling out and getting no response, an officer gently pushed open the door. Holiday decorations still hung, toys scattered, gifts unopened. The living room looked normal, but something was dead wrong. Room by room, the officers swept with flashlights. Then it hit them. 2 children in different rooms and their mother all gone. The holiday home no longer filled with expected cheer, but a quiet testament to a horror arriving too soon. The radio crackled. We have multiple victims. Send backup. That Christmas changed forever. By morning, the neighborhood was buzzing with sirens, police tape, and shock. Neighbors described the family as the kind who stayed under the radar, polite, quiet, always calm. One neighbor said, "They always seem normal, just another family. I never would have thought." Others admitted they heard nothing out of the ordinary, no arguing, no loud noises, just a normal holiday night. And then, tragedy. And for the wellness community, the betrayal cut deep. The man, once heralded as a success story, a symbol of hope and transformation, now the face of a headline nobody could believe. Investigators approached the case like a complicated puzzle. There were questions. Why? What triggered this? But the biggest piece, the one that unraveled it all, came from Milan himself. When authorities confronted him, he confessed. He spoke of pressure, financial strain, fear of losing control. In his mind, he claimed things were slipping, image slipping, stability gone, but nothing could justify what happened. For the public, it was a gut punch. The man who inspired hundreds, maybe thousands, now unmasked as the villain no one saw coming. A symbol of strength turned into the source of unshinkable pain. For the public, it was a gut punch. The man that inspired hundreds, maybe thousands, now unmasked as the villain no one saw coming. A symbol of strength turned into the source of unthinkable pain. Inside the courtroom, there were no cameras, no media spectacle, just raw grief, families, attorneys, and a man facing the consequences of forever. He entered restrained. Some called it calm. Others said hollow. Whatever it looked like, the weight he carried was gone. All that remained was guilt. The prosecution laid out the facts, the bodies, the timeline, the motive. There was no credible defense, no last-minute revelation, just a confession and 3 lives lost. When the judge announced the sentence, life in prison, no parole, silence spread across the room. For some, it was justice. For others, it was a hollow closure. This documentary isn't just about the fall of Milan Ross. It's about the lives he took. A mother, 2 children, bright futures cut short. It's about the warning signs we sometimes ignore, the masks we sometimes believe in, and how quickly hope can turn to horror. It's a story of a family destroyed, a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous monsters are hiding behind the most familiar faces. This is the case of Milan Ross.